Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex world of corporate finance, and today we are diving deep into Lesaka Technologies Inc. Filings, buckle up because their latest report is a bit of a roller coaster. We're talking restatements, acquisitions, and some eyebrow-raising internal control issues. So let's get right into it. If you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below, so if you want to chat more about these filings, come join us there. Alright, first things first, Lesaka Technologies Inc. is putting out an updated quarterly report for the period ending the 31st of December 2024. Now, they already filed this before, but something changed. They had to go back and fix some things, and that is what this new report is all about. Think of it like this: they released a report card, then realized they missed a few answers on a test, so they had to go submit a corrected version. And what did they have to correct? Well, it seems they messed up on how they recognized revenue, especially with selling certain vouchers. They basically booked revenue when they should have been booking it later, and this caused their revenue and cost to be reported incorrectly. They also had to fix some of their long-term debt numbers, moving some of it from long-term borrowing to the part that needs to be paid back soon. This is important because it can make a company look like it has less debt in the short term than it actually does. Let's get to the numbers because that is where the story really unfolds. Looking at their balance sheet, which is like a snapshot of what the company owns and owes on these specific dates, we see some pretty big shifts. Their goodwill jumped from about $138.5 million at the end of June 2024 to nearly $201 million by the 31st of December 2024. What is goodwill, you ask? Think of it as the premium a company pays over the actual value of a business it buys. It is basically the value of reputation, brand name, customer loyalty, and other intangible things that are hard to put a price on. This massive jump in goodwill strongly suggests a big acquisition happened, and indeed it did. Yes, Lesaka bought Adamo, a major payments and commerce platform in Southern Africa. They paid about $96.2 million for it, a mix of cash and stock, and right after that they acquired Innovation Value Added Services Namibia for another $0.4 million. These acquisitions are a huge part of their strategy to grow and dominate the fintech space in Southern Africa. Now let's look at revenue, what the company actually brings in from selling its products and services. For the 3 months ending the 31st of December 2024, their total revenue was about $176.2 million, up from $143.9 million in the same period last year. This is a solid 22% increase, which is great to see, especially with the new acquisitions contributing. But hold on a second, while revenue went up, their costs also went up, and by a lot, selling, general and administration expenses nearly doubled, jumping from $21.5 million to $36.5 million. That is a 70% spike. And here is a big one. The company recorded a non-cash fair value loss of $33.7 million related to their investment in MobiKwik. This is a significant hit even if it is not cash out the door right now. It shows the volatility of their investments. All these increased costs and investment losses led to a much bigger net loss. For the 3 months ending the 31st of December 2024, their net loss was over $32 million compared to a much smaller loss of around $2.7 million in the same period last year. That is a more than 1,000% increase in losses. Folks, now, let's talk about something really serious: their internal controls. The report clearly states they found multiple material weaknesses in their internal control over financial reporting. This means there is a significant chance that mistakes in their financial reporting could go unnoticed. They found issues in their consumer lending process, payroll, goodwill assessment, business combinations, revenue recognition, and even in the general availability of trained staff to handle these controls. Because of these problems, management concluded that their controls were not effective. This is a major red flag. It suggests that the numbers we see in their financial reports might not be as accurate or reliable as they should be. They are working on fixing these issues, but it is a long road. And speaking of risks, the company is upfront about them. They are worried about not being able to integrate their new acquisitions, Adamo and Recharger, smoothly. Integrating businesses is always tough, and cultural differences or losing key employees can derail even the best plans. Plus, they depend heavily on third-party suppliers for crucial hardware like ATMs and POS devices, making them vulnerable to shortages and price hikes, which is a real concern in today's supply chain environment. Then there is the regulatory landscape in South Africa, which is a minefield. Proposed changes to payments regulations could significantly alter how they do business, potentially increasing costs and requiring new licenses. This uncertainty is a major risk factor. So, what is the story here? Lesaka Technologies is making bold moves with acquisitions, aiming for a significant chunk of the fintech market. They are showing revenue growth, which is positive. However, the cost of that growth is substantial, leading to a much larger net loss. On top of that, serious weaknesses in their internal controls are a major concern, potentially undermining the reliability of their financial reporting. While acquisitions like Adumo show strategic ambition, the integration risks and the significant financial strain are undeniable. For investors, the key will be their ability to effectively manage costs, remediate those control weaknesses, and successfully integrate their new businesses. It is a high-risk, high-reward situation. Alright, that is our breakdown of Lesaka Technologies Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.